The death toll from Cyclone Idai has climbed to over 750 in the three southern African countries hit by the powerful storm. International aid agencies are scrambling to reach survivors with needed relief and to stop a growing humanitarian crisis. My colleague Paul Ndiho has more on the story.
The United Nations and international aid agencies are rushing food, medicine and other emergency relief supplies to survivors of tropical cyclone Idai that ripped through southern Africa, killing hundreds while destroying buildings and farmland across Mozambique, Zimbabwe and Malawi. In Mozambique, the death toll from Cyclone Idai that slammed the port city of Beira and the surrounding areas has reached nearly 450 and is still climbing. The number of people in makeshift camps has also risen from 18,000 to 128,000, according to the nation's Land and Environment Minister.
It has increased from 417 to 446 lives. We also have a number of people that were affected, which is 531,000. Obviously, these are preliminary numbers. As soon as we do our survey of the ground, we'll be able to give you updates on this.
The tropical storm made landfall in Beira on March 15th with high winds and lashing rain that lasted for more than 9 hours, leaving the low-lying city of 600,000 isolated. International aid organizations have stepped up their daily deliveries of aid on cargo planes from around the world. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs says they are preparing to deploy 3 large field hospitals as early as next week. The United Nations Food Program is ramping up its airdrops to isolated pockets of people stranded by the flood waters and delivered food parcels to displaced families sheltering in schools and other public buildings northwest of Beira. Cyclone Idai also lashed eastern Zimbabwe, killing more than 250 people, a toll that actually could be as much higher. Worst hit was Chimanimani in Manicaland, an eastern province which borders Mozambique. UN agencies and the Red Cross have rushed emergency food and medicine by helicopter to the stricken countries. Some families are burying their dead in damp graves as injured survivors filled up the hospitals. One resident told VOA 26 people from the area had already been buried. Tanisha Sitole says he walked a long distance after his village had been cut off by rushing flood waters.
There is no bridge. All bridges were swept away. Even the biggest bridge at Chata, that is Nyahode Bridge, was swept away again.
Meanwhile, in Malawi, 56 people have died and a large number of schools in the flooded-affected areas of southern Malawi have been closed. Some are being used as evacuation centers. Children are studying outside under trees after the floods destroyed their classrooms.
Most of the learners, they are not coming to school because the rivers are flooded and they are unable to cross those rivers to come to school.
The extent of the current flooding in southern Malawi is overwhelming relief organizations, leaving many struggling to respond in hard-to-reach areas. Malawi officials say the situation is becoming unbearable given the unprecedented levels of destruction.
We need a lot of food. We don't know. Perhaps the lorries we see here, they are to be distributed to us. We don't know, because up now we haven't received any food at all.
Weather forecasters are expecting more rain to fall in the region, and cyclone-affected families can only hope for quicker intervention from the international aid community. Paul Ndiho, VOA News.